Good evening, you're watching the news from the CYBC in Nicosia. The occupation authorities today issued their response to the long-standing request of Gado residents to cross through the Limnidis roadblock in order to attend the feast day of St. Mama's, patron saint of Morpho, on September 2nd. And the answer, no. The answer also led to Cyprus's presidential commissioner refusing to stay on at a scheduled meeting between himself and the Turkish Cypriot leader's main advisor Özdilnami, following his being briefed on the development by the UN Secretary-General's Special Advisor in Cyprus, Tayyip Rukserhun. Today's meeting, which began at 3 as scheduled and saw Georgia Gul leaving shortly afterwards, was to have dealt with, among other matters, Turkish Cypriot demands which the island's presidential commissioner had, as pledged at the end of his last meeting with Özdilnami, looked into in great depth. Earlier today, meanwhile, very worrisome was how the island's presidential commissioner described the recently expressed Turkish positions on the formation of a new partnership in Cyprus through two founding states, as conveyed at a joint press conference held between Turkey's president and the Turkish Cypriot leader in Ankara yesterday. Speaking on our third radio channel this morning, Georgia Gul pointed out that the recent statements do not at all take into account the content of the today meetings between Cyprus's president and the Turkish Cypriot leader, at which Dimitris Christofias and Mehmet Ali Talat agreed that the basis of a solution to the island's long-standing problem will be that of a bizonal bicommunal federation with one and only one sovereignty, nationality and international presence. On the contrary, he noted, the other side is continuing along on its usual path, talking about partnerships and using phraseology that cannot possibly be accepted and goes against all that agreed upon. This, the presidential commissioner further emphasized, is very worrisome, given that we spent a long time trying to reach agreement. Georgia Gul also described as inexact Mehmet Ali Talat's statement that an agreement was reached with Dimitris Christofias over a rotating presidency and the staffing of independent institutions, adding that no such negotiations were held within the scope of the working groups, even though he did say that an exchange of opinions over a future administration, which in any case is at the top of the direct negotiations agenda, did take place. Reactions to the latest Talat statements were today forthcoming from the three largest Greek Cypriot political parties, ruling AGEL opposition Visi and government partner Zigor. Specifically, AGEL parliamentary spokesman Nikos Gatsouridis voiced sorrow over the statements, noting that these are in direct conflict with existing UN resolutions, while they also undermine the positive climate created through the systematic and ongoing efforts of the President of the Republic. In closing, the AGEL spokesman called on, as he said, the other side to at long last respect all that agreed upon and keep within the framework set by the United Nations. At the same time, the press spokesman Fodis Fodio offered the assessment that the Turkish side seeks to set as a basis for the upcoming direct negotiations its own terms and aspirations vis-à-vis a solution, and that of late it's expressing its unacceptable positions more and more frequently in an effort to bring on a crisis instead of a positive and constructive climate. Its positions, the Vigor press spokesman noted, aim at a de jure recognition of the de facto situation, with an insistence on these inevitably leading to an impasse. And on the opposition front, the C chairman Nikos Anastasiadis said that it would be a mistake to make a public confrontation of the entire matter, saying that the Greek Cypriot side should approach the upcoming dialogue well prepared with sobriety and a clear mindset. What is important, he stressed, is to document our positions, know what we're striving for, and also know how far we can fall back, not public confrontation, which could lead to unjustified tensions. In closing, Nikos Anastasiadis added that there should be mutual respect and briefing in order to avoid creating the impression that some, as he said, are simply applauding from the bleachers.